So I'm not expecting too much out of this team. I'm sorry, Cowboys fans. I'm not the most optimistic fan as of right now because I thought they was going to maybe try something a little different this time around. Nope. They showed us early they wasn't doing nothing different. They didn't even have a real head coach. So they said, "Oh well, Brian Schottenheimer, here you go." And I don't hate Shoddy. I think Shoddy could be a good coach. I think what he's been establishing thus far in the offseason up until now has been positive. These dudes are actually practicing. They're actually being disciplined when they do stupid stuff. But if the front office is still doing what they doing,
let's go to your team, bro.
Oh,
the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah,
Dallas Cowboys.
This is going to be something. I tell you that much. This is going to be something. The Cowboys. I'll say this off the back. My concern with the Cowboys is not going to be on the offensive side of the ball. I believe that George Pickens, CD, they're going to go crazy. Our run game could be very so-so with Javonte Williams, and we got Jaden Blue. Oh, seems to be moved up to RB number 2 on the depth chart. But, you know, people got reserved like offensive line. Terrence Steele, I think Terrence Steele will have a better season because he's a year removed from that ACL injury, and ACL injuries do matter for offensive tackles, believe it or not, because they got to move laterally. But Tyler Smith, he's going to be Tyler Smith. Tyler Smith is an all-pro guard. Tyler Booker, even though I hated the pick in the moment, Tyler Booker has been really good this camp. He's been putting hands and feet on children all camp. Cooper Beebe, I'm expecting a solid step of season from him. Tyler Guyton is hurt, which is super unfortunate because he's supposed to be our left tackle of the future. But we're going to have Nate Thomas step in for him. Look, Godspeed, Dak. But yeah, my main concern is with the defense. The defensive side of the ball, it's a lot of young guys, a lot of young talent. But my thing is, this secondary scares me. I'm going to keep it a stack with you. Like, I know when the regular season starts, we'll have Deron Bland, we'll have Trayvon will be back eventually. But I got to rely on Kyer Elam and freaking who else?
Donovan Wilson, Israel.
Kwamu? They got him starting on the outside.
Who is that? I never heard of him.
He South Carolina DB. I want to say his brother is in the league as well, if I'm not mistaken. But no. His brother is not in the league. Actually, his brother was going to make the league, I believe, as a receiver, I think, but I don't think it panned out. He's good, though. Izzy is good. I don't know. He hasn't really got many starting reps as an outside corner that much, so I'm kind of on that one. But, yeah, I got to rely on Kyer Elam, Deron Bland, and, like, Keemon Hall? Like, I don't know, man. This secondary is concerning. We got some hitters coming up. We got to play the Eagles. It's gonna be tough. This secondary is really concerning. Linebacker core. Actually, the linebacker core is actually solid. Like Marius Lewis-Fowl, he's a very smart player. He's been wearing the green dot, calling a lot of. He's been running signal call. He's going to be the signal caller for the defense this year. I'm expecting a solid lead because he had a really good season last year, despite all the foolishness going on with the whole team as a whole. But like I said, Marshawn Nealon, I'm expecting some growth out of him. He had a pretty solid rookie season. Osa is going to be Osa. He just got paid, so I'm expecting him to go a little crazy. They did make some signings, like they signed Solomon Thomas, who's no depth piece. He plays 3 tech. He's kind of a small guy at the defensive tackle position. Kenneth Murray Jr., I haven't really heard much of him from camp, but maybe that's a good thing. If he ain't getting his butt whipped every play, then I guess he all right. Jack Sanborn, I like that signing a lot. Jack Sanborn has been really good, I heard, in camp. He was an underrated gem in the free agency pool from the Chicago Bears, and he knows Eberflus's defensive scheme and system, so it should be a seamless adjustment for the most part. And I expect Eberflus to really get these guys right, especially on the D-line and linebacker side of it. You know, corner, you got to have this talent to play in the secondary regardless, but I believe Eberflus will get this team right where they need to be as far as the front seven. Here's my thing. I'm going to say this aside, but it's like kind of a mini rant. Can we quit with the Donovan Wilson crap? I mean, dog, there's no way these coaches saw film last year and still want him to start at safety. Wanye Thomas does everything Donovan Wilson can do, and he's a much better cover safety. I don't understand. Donovan Wilson, his best time is in the box. We don't need you to. No, go away. Stop the Donovan Wilson experience, please. He should be a camp cut at this point. Wanye Thomas is just flat out better. He's younger, faster, has better coverage skills. It's really mind blowing that they still got him starting at free safety. It's insane to me. It really is. And I mean, as far as Brian Schottenheimer, what we've been seeing from the preseason so far, it's not invoking much confidence what kind of scheme we gonna run on offense. But I know he's saying he's doing the whole we're saving plays bit. I don't know, man, because I hope that's the case, because from what I'm seeing, I'm like, bruh, this is bad. And Joe Milton should be out there selling dime bags. He shouldn't be in no NFL QB. That boy is, man, he can make some crazy throws. He has crazy arm talent, but if you can't hit the layups, you have no touch on your passes. I'm not about to sit up here and try to go to war and go to bat for you. And the thing that's really irking me, Mozzie Smith, he's just not good. I banged on the table for this guy pre-draft. I said, if we can't get these players, I want Mozzie Smith. And I was happy when we drafted him because we addressed the one tech position early in the draft. And look where that got us. This dude, I don't even think you could get a 5th round pick for him if you tried to trade him at this point. He's just not good. I'm sorry. We need help. We should have made that Harrison Phillips trade like the Jets did the other day. Because, like, what are you talking about? I just look at this. I just have to keep getting better. The first preseason I wasn't happy with at all. To be honest, I didn't do anything. I just need to keep learning the scheme. Bro, this is your 3rd year. What is hard about seeing, like, playing the run? Like, the crazy thing is he's not even doing the stuff he was drafted as good at. Like, he's strong. He's a strong player. He doesn't play strong. His get off on the ball is slow. I'm like, I don't know what does he do well besides get pushed back. I don't understand. Like, he's real life not about to be the starting D tackle. And we drafted you at 26. You can't start. Like, come on, gang, man. Let me stop before I blow a gasket trying to mess with it. Man, once Overshown come back, the linebacker core is going to be even crazier. Offensively, I'm not worried about too much. I do want to see how this wide receiver battle turns out because Jonathan Mingo just got hurt. I think he messed up his MCL a little bit. He's going to be out probably week 1. So we're going to see how the camp battles. Jalen Tolbert, we should honestly trade Jalen Tolbert with all due respect. We've been seeing the same, if not better, production from the other guys from camp this entire time, especially undrafted free agent Trayshawn Holden. People really want him to make the team because, Oregon guy, he's been making a lot of plays at camp. And I wish we could see how these dudes perform in preseason, but Joe Milton can't hit the side of a barn. So, hey, we can't really get no real evaluation out of him. And I don't know why we refusing. I'm pretty sure this is a Jerry call to not play the starters, but I think that's asinine and insane to me. You can't get these dudes 1 series, just 1. I'm not asking for them to play 2 quarters. I'm asking for 1 or 2 series where they go out there and get some reps. We have a whole bunch of new players, a whole new scheme. Why wouldn't the offensive players play in a new scheme? It doesn't make sense. And we supposed to believe this team is going to be a contender? Are you crazy? Most we get is contender for the playoffs, especially with this schedule we got. Come on, man. This is the problem. We changing the tires, but not addressing the actual engine. That's the problem with this team. We doing all these upgrades on this busted up car we upgraded everything on the car except the engine. And the engine is the front office. They're not doing nothing different. It's the same thing year in and year out. They got Brian Schottenheimer fighting for his life out there his first year. Micah Parsons hold in, not trying to pay him his money. So I'm not expecting too much out of this team. I'm sorry, Cowboys fans. I'm not the most optimistic fan as of right now because I thought they was going to maybe try something a little different this time around. Nope. They showed us early they wasn't doing nothing different. They didn't even have a real head coach. So they said, oh, well, Brian Schottenheimer, here you go. And I don't hate Shoddy. I think Shoddy could be a good coach. I think what he's been establishing thus far in the offseason up until now has been positive. These dudes are actually practicing. They're actually being disciplined when they do stupid stuff. But if the front office is still doing what they're doing, I mean, what expectations am I really supposed to have? Like, honestly, I'm supposed to get up here. So 12 games, we're coming NFC Championship. No, that'd be silly of me. Because at the end of the day, as long as Jerry Jones is running the show, don't put your faith in this team. I want you to spend your time doing something else. Please. Look at this dude, man. Like, he was so upset about that Packers loss. Guess what he did? He kept Mike McCarthy for another year and then let Dan Quinn walk to coach for the Commanders. He was so upset about that loss. Man, get out of here with that. I'm not trying to hear it, Jerry. Don't watch that documentary either.
You haven't seen it?
No, I ain't watching that foolishness. I'm not watching Jerry Jones propaganda.
You know, I haven't heard you mention Donovan Izaraku. What's going on with my boy Donovan Izaraku?
See, I begin. There's so many thoughts running around. Donovan Easy, he's good. He's good. He's been showing a lot of flashes at camp. His pass rush, his repertoire of pass rush moves has really stood out, according to the people that's been cover the team, the fans that's actually there watching the practices every day. I'm not expecting him to be too crazy in the run game, but he'll give some solid production year one. He's very twitchy, very fast athlete. I mean, I'm glad we got something. I think they had a pretty solid draft if all of these picks pan out, in my opinion. But yeah, I'm looking forward to see how these young guys perform. This, honestly, I'm looking at it this season from a developmental aspect, because I'm not expecting this team. I don't think we can compete unless we're going to have to do some crazy stuff like greatest show on turf, because this team, I think they're a year away from being like a year away. And the Jerry Jones, I'm not going to finish that thought.
Yeah, I think you'd be better to leave that alone. I already know.
But I do want to see from this team. I want to see Kevontae Turpin involved in the passing game a lot more. He's the fastest player on the team. And when he was in the game last year, he actually made a lot of plays and actually had a pretty impressive grasp for someone of his size and stature. You don't need like 5'8", probably 150 soaking wet. But yeah, man, we just need to see the offensive principles that other teams do implemented now. I want to see a lot more motion, a lot more stuff that just make the game easier for Dak. I know Dak, he can be a world beater if he wants to, but that is not how you succeed long term with him. You can't put all the pressure and all the reps on everything on Dak's shoulders, because that is how he starts turning the ball over. That's how the offense go 3 and out, and it's just bad. And we need better situational football, and we just need to be a smarter team as a whole. That's all I want to see. So I'm expecting this team to also win around 9 games.
Well, I think let's look at the schedule. Let's break it down, because I'm curious. How do we get to 9 games now? Philadelphia, I don't.
Would I be crazy if I say we could get them?
Really? Really? I mean, it is week 1. I no surprise. Week 1, a lot of things happen. That's why I don't bet week 1 games, because anything can happen week 1. But the Giants, y'all always smoke the Giants. Chicago, Green Bay, Jets.
I think we could get Chicago.
Y'all can get the Jets. Y'all can get Carolina.
Why you skip your team? Hold on.
Because
why you skip the Packers?
Do we really need to talk about the Packers? Like, come on.
No. You
really
following through.
About the Packers?
You following through.
Do we really need to talk about the Packers?
Get Green Bay. I think we could get it.
You think you could get Green Bay?
I think we'll get y'all.
Oh, my gosh.
All we got to do is lock up one receiver, and that's Matthew Golden. I think we could get y'all.
We didn't have any receivers in the playoff game, and we still...
that was different.
Bruh. Now we got Josh Jacobs.
Listen. Good. Yeah. Y'all gonna have to guard CD and George Pickens this time.
Oh my God.
Y'all had to guard CD and Brandon Cooks. Like, come on now. Let's not pretend them the same.
Is George Pickens, is he gonna have his head on straight? I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Is
he trying to get paid?
Is he? I've seen wide receivers crash out for less. I'm just saying, like, come on now.
You seen the clips that the chemistry him and Dak have already? Trust me, he gonna be all right.
All right now. And one of my corners happened to lock his ass up. Is he gonna get a temper tantrum? I'm curious.
I wish y'all would Keyshawn Nixon, George Pickens. Oh my goodness, we breaking records.
Anywho, I'm gonna skip the Green Bay Packers because we already know the result of that game. The Jets, the Panthers, I can see y'all beating those two teams. Washington, I can see y'all beating Washington, splitting with them on the season.
At home, at least, yeah.
At Denver.
Denver always beats us. That's a loss. We haven't beat Denver in I don't know how long.
Arizona. That's a good one. Arizona. Monday night, too. Wow.
We breaking that Cowboys.
Playing Arizona
I'm not going.
Monday night.
I'm not going.
Yeah, that one seems like an L right there. Bye week. Y'all could beat Vegas. Philly, I think you could split with Philly. I think you guys get one with Philly. Kansas City, y'all not beating Kansas City.
Yeah, that's a loss. I'm not even going.
Detroit, I don't see it.
They probably won't run us.
Minnesota, potentially, depending on how J.J. McCarthy looks, I think that could be a win for you guys, potentially. But I would lean more so on Minnesota, given their talent. The Chargers, I think y'all could potentially beat the
We
Chargers.
own Justin Herbert. We're going to beat them.
I think y'all could potentially beat the Chargers, depending on how they look late in the season. And then Washington and New York. So I could see, honestly, y'all winning some games. I don't think y'all going to have a losing record this year. I think as long as Dak Prescott as long as Dak Prescott is healthy for the entirety of the year and most of the offensive weapons are healthy, I can see y'all winning 10 games. I ain't gonna lie. Like, that's not a terrible, that's not a difficult schedule. Like, that's not the worst schedule I've seen, because y'all had the third best record in the division, I think it was. So you're not going to get a first place or second place schedule. I don't think that schedule was all that bad. It all depends on how the offense looks and certain pieces on the defense. Can they hold up? We'll see. But I don't think that's a terrible schedule. Guys just got to step up. Coaches got to coach. And one final thing, I'm wondering, because I feel like Dak Prescott has gone under the radar. You know what I mean? It feels like over the years he's starting to become underrated. Is that fair to say? Like, it feels like the media has just forgotten about Dak Prescott overall. The only thing they mention about him is his contract. He's getting paid $60 million a year. They don't talk about his ability anymore. They don't mention any of that. It's just his contract. And Jerry Jones is dysfunctional. I feel like Dak Prescott is a good enough QB. He's a top 15 QB. Any QB that's a top 15 QB has the potential to be a top 10 QB given any season. I think Dak Prescott, if he remains healthy, if this team can remain healthy offensively, I think he can have another good year. My only question is the running game. How's that running game going to look with Jaden Blue and who else? You lost
Javonte Williams.
Yeah, you lost. Yeah, Javonte Williams, and then you lost one of your running backs a season ago who had, I think, 1,000 yards for
Rico
you.
Dowdle. Yeah, he's on Carolina right now.
Went to Carolina, so now you got to worry about trying to replace him. Even though, I mean, he was okay, but he wasn't a star running back. But now you got to figure out, okay, who's the running back of the future for us? Do we have a running back of the future, or do we have a mediocre to below average running game? So I'm curious how the Cowboys are going to figure out the running game, because Dak Prescott in the past, when he's been great, he's had a decent running game. I think in 2023, when he was the MVP candidate, I think that was one of the rare years where he didn't have a great running game and he was still pretty good for the remainder of the season. I'm just wondering, in Dak Prescott this season, how is he going to look? I believe he's going to look good. I believe he's going to play well. I believe they're going to win enough games.
Yeah, Dak is definitely getting overlooked, in my opinion. I think Dak will have a really good year this coming season. He has the weapons, and we know how busy Dak can get in the passing game when he has two top end receiving options. So I'm not sure what this all about. No, people probably it's just that the lack of playoff success. That's really what it is. It's just easy, low-hanging fruit to pick at. Oh, he doesn't win the playoffs, so he's not that good. I mean, okay, whatever. But y'all put Justin Herbert top 6, top 5 list every single season. But whatever. That's just what it is. National media. It's easy to pick on the Cowboys QB and all that stuff. I'm not too worried. Who cares what they got to say? We're not writing back. Dak FC, we not writing back this year. Believe that.
What's your thoughts on Clayton Adams as the OC? I've never heard of that dude before.
Okay, so Clayton Adams he was the offensive lineman coach for the Cardinals last year, and we saw how that offensive line performed, how James Conner was able to get the run game going and all that. So Brian Schottenheimer is taking over play calling duties and stuff like that. Clayton Adams mostly kind of to give his input in, and also as coach up the line as well. So he's not really like calling plays or anything like that. They kind of just, I guess, they're kind of like molding him or whatever. But so far, people have said the offensive line has looked better compared to like how they looked last year at camp, which is like the same dudes looked last year at camp. It's going to be a new scheme they're running as far as like, I think the run, I want to say they're going to start zone runs and stuff like that, which we weren't doing much of last year, I want to say. So, it's an adjustment period, but so far the line does look better. At times, sometimes some dudes just flat out aren't that good. No amount of coaching is going to make a bad player going to just automatically be good. But I feel like we're going to see some improvement. It may not happen overnight, obviously. It may not even happen week one, but I think as the season goes, it'll be a much stronger unit. Once all of the guys are healthy, Tyler Guyton included. Tyler Guyton has looked much better though. In this, before he got injured, he looked much better. He was actually holding his own pretty well, but until he gets back, we're really not going to get a full picture of what this offensive line is going to look like. I expect Tyler Cooper, the other Tyler, to be solid players. Terrence Steele is still questionable because injury, and he really had a bad year last year. But I think the offensive line should be much improved.
Okay, all right. Well, you heard it first. Everybody, you heard
it first. And as far as Brian Schottenheimer's offense goes, I hope it's not relying on talent. I really don't hope it's just beat your man football. I really don't. I really don't. I hate that kind of offense.
The Kellen Moore effect